Papa call me Grayson. Well, ladies, this is your space for inspiration, empowerment, and real conversations with women who are redefining the game.
Welcome to week number 5 of Girl Talk. And what better way to end the season with someone who got us started from the beginning, from the very beginning. I want to say I am so blessed to have Miss Nadine Owens as my special guest today. Nadine, welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored. And I would like to thank you as well for having me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You know, Nadine, guys, we go a long way back. So when we first started and we had our first podcast studio, me and DJ T Nice, we didn't know what we were doing. We were just gonna make it happen.
That's all
And
right.
I invited some guests on, and Nadine was one of the very first guests that I had on the show. And you remember these chairs?
I remember the chairs. I really do.
So I
Everything
still
was
have
so
my favorite
nice.
plush chairs.
I
But it's a
do.
lot more now. The studio is so big, so much bigger than what we started off. And so I just can't
Wow.
wait for you to get here. But you got to come anyway because you got a gift. You got to come get your gift.
Yes, I will be there. I will be there. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. So Nadine, tell people who you are and what you do.
Yes, so my name is Nadine Owens. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a caregiver to my sons with autism, and that's why I have also have a nonprofit. It's called Our Brother's Keeper, and it was originally formatted because of my sons, and we help people with different abilities. We help the youth and the caregiver to become the best version of themselves. Now we work with we have two programs. One is moving and grooving, which is anybody can move. The kids, you can be young as two, old as 99, you moving, you just moving. Any type of movement, because they got the TikTok dances out here now. So
Right.
we incorporate TikTok dances in there. That's exercise. See, the kids don't know that. When they say they
Mhm.
don't want to exercise, they are exercising because you're
Okay.
doing the TikTok dances. And I teach, I go around and I talk about how to be well and how to stay well.
Wow, that's amazing. Girl, you have done so much since I met you last. And so I'm very, very proud of you. You are now an authoress. You're in the authoress club, right?
I am.
Look at you. So, yeah, so Nadine wrote a book and
Yes.
tell us a little bit about the book.
So, okay, so I have been co-authors with the analogy with several people, three, and I have a book that's coming up. So the book got pushed back, Cammy. The
Oh,
book
okay.
that I'm writing about, everything that I went through and been through, and by God's grace and mercy, while I'm yet still here. So that is coming out real soon, and yeah, so that's my baby. That's, so personal. And I just want to be able to get the story out and help as many people as I can.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely
hmm
love it. So let's see. You talk about prevention is better than repair. What does that mean?
Prevention is better than repair because if we can prevent anything, that means that we're on top of it. Why wait until something occurs in our life when we can be doing prevention things like, eating better, getting to sleep, stressing less. Do you know stress is the number one killer? It's alongside heart disease. So a lot of people out here that are stressing and it's like, and they taking on other people's problems. See, that's another show there, Cammy. But yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes.
yeah.
Because it happened to me. It happened to so many people. We talk about it. I talk to women, caregivers, and I talk to women in general, and we always talk about stress.
Mm,
How
yeah,
to stress
yeah.
less. So yes, that's the prevention part. The foods. Let's get it. If you know that your numbers are up, I'm just saying, if you have if it's in your family, you know how they say it runs in the family.
Mm-hmm,
But
mm-hmm.
my motto is, look at my levels, look at my labs, right?
Right,
Because we do have a tendency, we can't, even if it do run in your family, we can reverse it. I'm a witness. We can reverse it.
mm-hmm.
But if we stay on top of it and say, it do prone to run in the family, and I can, get my exercise in. I cannot, eat the salt. Salt raises your blood pressure,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah,
other things that you can do. So it's different methods of prevention, but if we can do some things to kind of prevent from any type of disease from taking hold of our body, or we being diagnosed and going to the doctor and they telling you, okay, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you have heart disease, you have cancer. So
right.
yes.
Yeah. Oh man, that's amazing because we do know better, right? We do know
Yes.
better. It's out there. It's just like the cigarette smoking label, warning label. It's out there. People are telling you already that it's there. It's just up to you. What they say? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink.
There you go. Yes.
So it's up to you. Your health is all you have. Your body, your temple is all you have, so why not take care of it? And
That's
so
it.
your method is really great. It's something that we need, especially when we're on the women's side, when we're going through menopause, and your metabolism is slower. And so
Yes.
the things that you're doing and what you're offering, I see that it is very much needed because a lot of people just don't want to accept the fact that you really have to do better.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I love that. I absolutely love that. So we got hope, healing, and happiness. Tell us a little bit about that.
Hope, healing, and happiness. Matter of factly, that's the name of the book. Where the book is called From Hospice to Hope.
Hmm.
Hope, healing, and happiness is my story. And I go around. If anybody asks me to come out and talk to them or to do a workshop about the hope, healing, and happiness, I normally go out. But hope, I give hope. Healing is what was given to me numerous of times. So what was given unto me, I give back to people, and I let them know my journey and my story. You see the glory, but you don't know my story. My story
Right.
is, they sent hospice to my house and I sent them back, and you see me here now, live, vibrant, and happy. Certain steps I had to take to get
Right.
my strength back. But in my mind, I'm like, how dare you? You send a hospice to my house. I have a lot of life in me.
Right. Well, wait a minute, Nadine. Let's just take a moment to tell
Mhm.
people so people don't understand what hospice is. And so, hospice is really for people who are diagnosed 6 months or less, or a year, less than 2 years, basically. And I used to work for hospice, and
Okay.
when that hospice chaplain comes and call you or knock on your door, they're telling you that you're going to die. And so, the stuff that
Yes.
she's telling us now, hospice came to her those years ago, and she was like, no, don't be knocking on my door. So
Mhm.
that's what she's sharing with us for those who don't understand what hospice means, and the definition of it. So correct me if I'm wrong, Nadine, or chime in, because people don't realize that they do try to diagnose when somebody's going to be gone, and God got different things. Sometimes it's just not, it's not going to happen to some people, if
Exactly.
you're supposed to do. So that's what she's sharing with us for those who don't understand what hospice means. So go ahead, continue.
Yes, and thank you for that, because a lot of people don't know what it is. Because, to be honest, I've heard it, but it's like, what really is hospice? Until I heard those words. I thought about it. I said, hold on. When that's in hospital, that means that they don't expect for you to come back from whatever diagnosis you did have or do have, you know? But like I specified, Cammy, they came to my house. I told them they had to go. They won't coming up in my house. So, right. So, because when you let somebody in your house, that means that you are allowing them to come in. You're not gonna sit in my house comfortably. I'm sorry. No, 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 no.
Right, right.
So I just knew some things I had to do. Listen, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot of people that I don't take I don't take the credit because it all comes from above.
Right.
But certain people that I have worked with, this was in the past, this like 20 years ago. I know what works. I follow the results. And
Mm-hmm.
also with my boys, things that I was doing for them. Because my boys has autism. So I was trying to help them in a way because they dealt with a lot. And I was just trying to help them to overcome,
Mm-hmm.
irritability, gut issues, headaches. I mean, you name it. They had it, and certain things that I learned, I
Mm-hmm.
did not only on them but on myself as well, and other people because they came to me and they asked, "Well, we see that." My son Marcus is kind of calmed down. So and they were asked what I had done.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked me, would I help their child or would I help them to calm down? They was anxious and stuff like that. So
Wow.
certain things
Amazing.
I knew back then. Sometimes you have to look back. We're not looking back on our past life, but we're looking back on things that we have done. So, three things I had to do in order for me to move on. First, I had to forgive. So I had a lot of stuff that was in me that I thought I let go, but I really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, the hatred and the agony just pulling at you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to let go and let God. And listen, I'm a Christian.
But
But some
Christians
stuff
are
that
people
people
too,
get do to you, it is deep down inside of you.
though.
So I
Mm-hmm.
had to dig deeper. I had to go deeper, and I just had to fully let it go. It's all right. You done talked about me. You done took my money. You done plotted against me. It's all right. It's all right. It's not okay, but it's gonna be okay because I know that God has my back, my side, my middle. Which
Mm-hmm.
you know. Also, I had to change what not only what I was eating, but also as I talked about, but what was eating me, and that was the unforgiveness part.
Right. Right.
And I and my stress level. So I couldn't because listen, I'm big on helping. And see a lot of people knew that.
Right.
They knew and
Right.
they took advantage of it. They didn't
Yeah.
care if she got these kids and I know she's tired and stressed out or what so. But people will suck from you as long as you allow them to.
Yes.
So it's just things that I started doing for myself. Um I really had to. Well, my eating habits it wasn't bad, but I had to kind of like change it to the juicing. And what I did was it was the smoothies and the salads. I did the smoothies, I did salads, and I did soup. And all those nutrients being in me, I got my rest. I had to kind of like it was like a getaway from me. I had to get
Right.
away from a
Right.
lot of people in order to heal. And that's what I did. And that's why I'm here today.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So Nadine, I have one more question that I want to ask you before we take the break, and then we'll come back and then we'll do the question of the day. But the last one is you have health. Your health is your responsibility. Tell us a little bit about that. Elaborate on that a little bit for us.
Yes, your health is your responsibility because oftentimes we go to the doctor, which we should if we have any type of signs of something is not right. Listen to your body. But guess what? The doctor's job is to come in there and to make you comfortable. Okay. So
Mm,
they're there 5 minutes I say 7 minute tops, okay? What's going on? You need more than 5 to 7 minutes. But it's like you giving them the symptoms and then they writing a prescription. That's what they do. When
Yeah.
they come in, they have a pen and a pad. Sometimes it's more than a pen and a pad. It's just rest. It's just changing your diet and other things, healthy lifestyle. But some of the doctors, they really, they don't care. They don't care. I've been to several doctors that they just written a prescription and they just walked out the room, and I'm like, okay, well, because a lot of times, and don't get me wrong, God put medicine here for a reason, but sometimes we are overly medicated. And that's why I took it upon my hands.
Right.
And I not only did I learn about it because I'm a naturopathic holistic coach, okay? So but I'm
Mhm.
going deeper into other things because I've been doing this for so long. And I also partner with another doctor, a functional medicine doctor that saw I haven't seen her in a while, but I went back to her and I brought tears to her eyes because she told her patients when she saw me, she said she's a walking miracle because she knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah.
All right, if you just tuned in, you haven't tuned in too late. You tuned into Girl Talk, the Cami Grayson show, and we have Nadine Owens here. And man, I am so happy to have this lady here, and she's just doing remarkable things in the community. So thank you for all that you do, Nadine. Thank you for all that you do. So it comes
Thank you.
now. It's time for our Girl Talk question of the day. Can you guys play the question of the day for me? Guess they're gonna play it for us. Well, maybe they can't find the question of the day. Okay, so Nadine, we'll give you the question of the day. Looking in the mirror at your younger self, what advice would you give your younger self today?
What I would tell my younger self is, girl, don't eat all that candy. Drink more water.
That would be great advice, and
Yes,
so
yes,
it would be
because
great advice.
yes, ma'am, because and it's so funny you asked me that because that's something that I was going to share with somebody. About, your younger self, what advice would you give them? But that would be my advice to myself. Because I didn't have nobody to say, hey, you don't need all that, or that's gonna one day probably make you sick or something. But I do that not only to my kids, but the other kids that I work with. So yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So Nadine, tell people how they can get in touch with you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So you go to my website at iBrothersKeeper.org, www. If you want to get in contact with me, you can also write me at iBrothersKeeper24 gmail.com. And normally I get back with you 24 hours. If you just send me a message, I will get back with you. And that's on all, anything. If you wanted me to come and speak, or you wanted me to do a workshop, or just to have a talk about your health, I'm open to that as well. So yeah,
I
just
love
shoot me an email.
I love it. Okay, and you can also reach Miss Owens on skstradio.com. And if you go to the Girl Talk page, there'll be some women, all these phenomenal women that we've had on the show. And her podcast page will be pink. It'll be highlighted pink because she is one of our sponsors. And so thank you for your donation to help keep our show going. I just love you guys. Thank you so much.
No, we love you and everything that you're doing. I'm sorry I had to put that out there. I
Well,
had to
thank
put that
you.
out there because you're doing some big things seriously. So yes, lady, I love you to the moon and back, and
Thank you.
I pray that God continues to bless you. You know. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Well, we're here for you. You always have a home. We told you that 4 years ago, and so
You did.
it's still so. And so we wish you could have came into the studio today. And
Yes.
I know you couldn't make it, but you are more than welcome to come whenever you need to come. We're here for you, and keep the charity things going. Keep the donation things going. Keep doing what you're doing with your son. You're making it happen, and I'm seeing it. We're seeing each other grow, right? And
Yes.
that makes
That's
that
it.
makes all the difference. That makes
That
all the
makes all
difference.
the difference.
It really does. So, Nadine, any words of wisdom that you could give to someone who wants to be where you are today?
Absolutely. Never stop growing and continue to keep your faith. Listen, if somebody tell you something that don't seem right or set right with you, get a second opinion or get a third opinion
That makes sense.
and do the research yourself.
Right, right. It's funny in business, like so when I'm getting contractors for different events and things like that, I
Mm-hmm.
get three bids,
Mm-hmm.
and then go with the ones that I feel are best, right? So if
Right.
we price wise, or if we're looking at, two people are saying this thing, well, that automatically eliminate that person, and then
Right.
I'll put it down between the other two. So it's always good to what you just said, get a second opinion, get a third opinion. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Especially, this is your life, this is your health, this
That's
is
it.
all you have.
That's all
Once
you
you
have.
go,
That's it.
yeah, so I love it. So Nadine, thank you so much for being on Girl Talk, one of our sheroes as we wrap it up here at Girls Talk. Nadine, thank you so much, and you guys, we'll see you at the next show. Bye for now.
Bye for
An SKST Radio Network production. Powered by SKST Radio Network and SGA Entertainment. Tommy G.